Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome to Freedom March. Today, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has announced that the Caribbean eminent group of people has arrived in Haiti. Among those diplomats who should have gone to Haiti, but praise the Lord, he didn't go, is the former Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie. From the intelligence which we have received, Christie did not go to Haiti, and instead, whatever negotiation is taking place with the Haitian people and the Caribbean eminent group of persons, Christie, it is alleged, shall negotiate and talk from the comfort of his Cable Beach home. So this is powerful. Well, last night we had two sets of armed robbery by perhaps two sets of different Negro men. So there was armed robbery last night. But the breaking news comes out of Long Island. Douglas McCarty, the citizen at Long Island, whose body disappeared on Saturday. Well, we are being told that his body has been discovered in Dame's Blue Hole, and it is alleged, based on the reports that we have received, they found him submerged about 600 feet deep. So that is the breaking news, and of course, we'll talk about some of the things that are happening in the Bahamas and around the world as we journey to the United States, where we will be watching one of the greatest presidential elections in the Western Hemisphere. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, today happens to be Tuesday, the 13th of August, 2024. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and of course, the breaking news is coming out of Long Island and out of Haiti. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has revealed that the Caribbean Eminent Group has arrived in Haiti for talks. Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie, who is a former Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and a senior representative on that council, shall not be going to Haiti due to what the Haitian call maladie. As you are aware, Mr. Christie has had a maladie which prevents him from traveling to Haiti. Of course, Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis has assured and ensured that the security for this group of eminent Negro representatives from the Caribbean to Haiti is provided by the Bahamas. So this is a major development where these representatives were met by the Bahamas Chargé d'Affaires to Haiti and the Minister of Tourism and Worship. For the Haitian community, I want to tell you what my definition of worship would mean. Minister responsible pour tout bagay, Christian, voodoo, and tout péché. Tout péché. So c'est pas possible pour bonde, pour bénir. And so, please forgive me, whenever I come across mystical articles, I could very well go off. And so I just wanted the Haitian people to know what was taking place here, because one of my gifts is the gift to look at mysterious and mystical statements. But what we will do, we'll set the stage because there's so many things to talk about today. As we talk about Haiti, in the District of New Providence appeared before me a Bahamian mother who had a male child born in the United States of America to an American citizen who's now deceased. So this child was born in holy marriage. But where? In the United States. To who? A Bahamian woman and an American who's now deceased. So mother has brought him to Nassau and raised him. Well, according to her, immigration has put her on notice that the male child who's just graduated from one of our Christian schools must immediately leave the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and return to the home of his birth, America. So mom is crying and she's asked me, what can I do for her? And I wanted to know why she thought I was in a position to do something for her. So I perhaps will talk about it, because I find it interesting that this boy is a minor. He's not 18. The least that the immigration could have done before compelling the mother to deport her son was to wait until she was no longer legally responsible for him. Then they perhaps could tell her, if the law permits this, send your son back to America. But for this boy to be a minor, and he ain't got nobody to provide him with housing, clothing, food, and shelter, and the immigration, according to the mother, says that he better be on the next plane out of the Bahamas to the United States. I think it's a national disgrace, and I call on Alfred Says to intervene and save that Negro boy. We'll talk about it because it's amazing what's going on. My spiritual advisor, if it pleases you, behold the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and behold the American people, where the greatest presidential elections are taking place, and every day evidence is emerging that the Democratic Party nominee is stealing Donald Trump ideas. And I want the Americans to stop it. All right? Let every candidate find their own policy and leave Mr. Trump's policy alone before there's further insurrection. Because the new thing in America now, since 1776, is insurrection. And the loser is normally prosecuted. It's powerful.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, Sandra, today we're going to be looking again, we're going to go back to the book of Matthew. Today we're going to go to chapter 7, 24 to 29. Very important message here. Reading from the NIV. Therefore, these are the words of Jesus. Everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. The rain came. Go ahead, producer. I'm sorry, forgive me. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. And when Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching, because he taught as one who had authority and not as their teachers of the law. Matthew 7, 24 and 29. The word of God is blessed forever. Amen. Thank you, producer. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, you know the controversy involving the voice note that was released by one of my Haitian brothers in the United States of America, which has contributed to a lot of controversy and allegation against certain sector of law enforcement, and the call by the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, for the appointment of a Blue Ribbon Royal Commission of Inquiry has created even more and more controversy. Well, today, the national chairman of the Free National Movement, Dr. Dwayne Sands, has come out strongly against the minister responsible for national security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe. This has the potential to create further controversy in the country. One of the Negro medias has quoted the following things attributed to the minister responsible, to the national chairman of the Free National Movement, Dr. Dwayne Sands. They quote the good doctor as saying, Monroe murder motive comments out of order. Free National Movement Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands said National Security Minister Wayne Monroe was, quote, out of order for his comments regarding the motive behind the death of a third man connected to the $1.4 million bank security car robbery in November. The robbery is central to a corruption investigation sparked by voice notes that purport to capture a quo pro quo arrangement involving a senior police officer, a lawyer, and two murdered men, Michael Fox Jr. and Dino Smith. Oral Roberts, 34, and Akel Holmes, 26, had been charged in connection with the robbery. Roberts was killed 2 weeks ago. His mother, Mr. Roberts, said his murder came after he met officers investigating the corruption claims. She said the officers warned him not to speak to other police officers. His death was the latest incident that unsettled the public. Some speculated without evidence that it was connected to the corruption probe. Mr. Monroe, the minister responsible for national security, said last week that others should not fear cooperating with police investigating the corruption claims, and suggested that Roberts was killed by people interested in the unrecovered stolen money. Quote, he was involved in the robbery, and he is the third person who was involved in the robbery who has been killed, and the money hasn't been recovered. And some people may be interested in the $1.4 million, the Minister of National Security, Wayne Monroe, said. Dr. Dwayne Sands said the minister's comment was inappropriate. It is not the place of the Minister of National Security to either infer or to assume the motive until an investigation has been thoroughly completed, Dr. Sands said. So if that is the case, then we would expect that the Commissioner of Police and or the Director of Public Prosecution would make sure an announcement that they have completed an investigation and they understand the motive and how the case is closed. So I think the matter speaks for itself that yet again the Minister of National Security is out of order, and it is unclear whether he is a minister of the cabinet or whether he remains in the practice of criminal law, Dr. Sands said. Dr. Sands reiterated the opposition's concern about the need for a comprehensive investigation to restore public confidence in the police. Police Commissioner Clayton Fernanda has said officers from the United Kingdom National Crime Agency will arrive in the country this week to oversee aspects of the investigation. Still, Dr. Dwayne Sands said, and we quote the good doctor, I don't know whether we can be more forceful in letting the government know that this is an existential issue for the Bahamas, and our very democracy hangs in the balance. Public confidence, it is eroded, and further, you have no iota possible negative consequences can arise. So this is what the national chairman of the Free National Movement has said about the minister responsible for national security. My spiritual advisor, does it sound like I need to bring the national chairman and of the FNM and the minister responsible for national security at the table?
It does seem so.
Of justice? This is this table.
It does seem so.
Where I can hear both of their arguments, the arguments of an attorney at law, that is the minister, and the arguments of a doctor who is the chairman of the Free National Movement. What are your views on all of this emerging controversy?
I will reserve my views for, a later time.
This is powerful.
We gotta wait and see. There are some people that's going to be coming into the country very shortly. If not, are they here already?
You're waiting for people to come into the country?
To do some investigations.
They're not here to investigate.
What are they here for?
They're here to see what has happened as it relates to the Negro officials who are investigating.
Oh.
Okay, these are white people. It is suspected that it's coming from the United Kingdom and from the United States of America. They may change some of their colors now and send me some Negroes from America and perhaps one or two from London. But essentially, the Minister of National Security said they're coming to relay what I call Negro affairs. You Negroes are not comfortable unless there is a white man standing over you and saying, yeah, you have done it correctly.
Oh,
but you have no comments, right?
Man. Yeah, no,
okay.
Not right now.
Well, I want you to remain consistent with that for when I reach to Haiti, because it is a similar thing where in Haiti, this time they're not sending any white people, okay? They're not sending any white people. They're only sending members of the Negro tribes. This is Freedom March. What a wonderful day in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas as thousands gather in Fox Hill to celebrate
Fox Hill Day,
emancipation and freedom. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. It's Fox Hill time. It's powerful. God save the King. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. And at this moment, hundreds of Bahamians are getting set to head into Foxhill for the great Foxhill Emancipation celebration. And we do know that the Prime Minister was scheduled to attend a number of church services this morning. We were also informed that the Governor General should have also attended. But tonight, there's going to be big celebration. I have not gone to Foxhill for today. I'm not sure if I'm going to go this evening, but if I do go, I've made arrangement to see what the people of the Congo would cook. I haven't had any food cooked by members who are descendant of the Congo people. And you would recall yesterday that I told you that the Haitians, they love Congo peas. They call the Congo peas pois Congo, peas Congo, which is the pigeon peas. So I look forward, if I do arrive in Foxhill, to have me some pois Congo avec some lambi. So that would be powerful. I might as well, if I go down to Foxhill, I might as well look for the tribe and see what exotic meals they have. And I think it's going to be powerful. And then I'm told that there's a woman there who's from the other tribe. She's going to have some bush medicine. So maybe when I get there, I'll just drink me a lot of bush medicine and then have her anoint me in some of it. Because, you know, I'm mystical. And when I'm among these African people, they can be so exotic when they take me back 300 years ago, 400 years ago. So I don't know what I'm going to do should I arrive in Foxhill. You going to pay bills, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, let's do these ads quickly. The Work Center, located on Rosetta Street across the road from Robert's Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back-to-school Dickies, Timberlands, and many more. So come on down and let their friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. That's the Work Center. Everybody needs money, always, so why not send money locally and internationally through Western Union, using the Western Union MoneyMax app. Download the MoneyMax app today and send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax, live your max life. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, you would recall that yesterday, the spiritual advisor and I, we did give plenty notice to the disappearance of Douglas McCarty. Douglas McCarty is the 60-year-old Long Island man who he and his family and friends went on a picnic Saturday, and Douglas decided that he would go a little further off the beach and into the blue hole, it is alleged. There he disappeared. So that created a lot of excitement on Long Island. It created a lot of frustration and stress for the people of Long Island, because the blue hole of Long Island, and I'm specifically referring to the one that they call Dane's Blue Hole, has been mystical and mysterious. And for those of us who believe in forces, the forces of nature, we are aware from the many myths and legends that that hole can be very dangerous if you are not very good at swimming. So we receive reports that the Defense Force, it is alleged, using a sophisticated drone, was successful in finding the body of Douglas McCarty. And we have been advised that his body has been discovered like 600 feet deep. So that is what we have been told. So for the family, that would have ended the nightmare. I'm certain they would have realized that he, having not resurfaced, the reasonable presumption would have been that he died. And so we are told that the body has been retrieved, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I guess the family now can bring closure to this. There's a body found, and now they can get him prepared for, a decent burial.
Yes.
It's kind of tough, when you get to bury your loved one. It's just one of those realities of life, and that along with life, there's death. Unfortunately, he lost his life in the Blue Hole. The Blue Hole is in Deans, Long Island, is it?
Well, I'm going to assume.
Yeah, where's this Blue Hole? They call it Deans Blue Hole, so I'm assuming
it doesn't necessarily have to be
in Deans, Long Island. No. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to study the geography.
Yeah, but like I said yesterday afternoon, somebody, a Dane actually did send me some photos of the warning that is around this area. And it's warning people who decide to either swim in this area or visit this area to be cautious. As this Dean's Blue Hole is one of the deepest in the world, and it suddenly plunges to a depth of about 663 feet or 202 meters deep. So there is caution signs out there. Warn you that there's no lifeguard on duty, and they warn you also that you swim at your own risk. And of course, they're asking you to please keep children and non-swimmers on the sandbank where the water is shallow, and anyone who is not a competent swimmer should not attempt to swim in or near the Blue Hole. So I think there is enough signage out there for people to adhere to what's happening. Now, no doubt, I believe McCarty is a diver. He did go
Well, he's a diver and a fisherman, but what is also to be noted is that on Saturday, he and his family attended the funeral services for his mother-in-law.
Wow.
So after they would have buried mother-in-law, they traveled to a restaurant where it is reported that there were eats and drinks. Then the family headed to Dane's Blue Hole. So, and that is when the disappearance took place.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't know if this could have been as a result of the grief which he had for his mother-in-law. I don't know.
So the Danes Blue Hole is located in the Bahamas in a bay west of Clarence Town, Long Island, and of course it's one of the world's third deepest, with an estimated depth of about 663 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's west of Clarence Town, Long Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the breaking news, that the body has been discovered and retrieved. That begs a new question. How is it, using that same technology at Paradise Island, that the body of the American transgender
Cannot be found?
has not been found? So I don't know what that means. It begs a lot of question as to that kind of technology. Are you calling from Long Island?
No, I'm from Long Island, but I live in Nassau. But the settlement is Danes.
The settlement is Danes.
Yeah.
Okay. Prior to this death, are you aware of any other drowning that has taken place, and how often? You heard my question? Hello?
She's probably gone.
Are you there?
She just wanted to let us know that the settlement is Danes,
Okay.
Long Island. That's why it's called Danes Blue Hole.
Yeah. So
Anyhow.
they have discovered the body, and using drones from the defense
They
force.
went down 600 and something feet, Sandra.
Yeah.
Wow.
600 and something feet is no feat. You would recall that the United States vessel that sank during the storm off Auckland's Crooked Island, that went down 15,000 feet.
Ooh.
Yeah,
15,000 or 1,500?
15,000 feet. Okay? So 600 feet
It's shallow.
is
basically.
plenty,
Yes,
but,
yeah.
you know, so that is what has happened there. We are told that Long Island Member of Parliament Adrian Gibson played a major role in spreading the word that the body has been found and retrieved. So we thought we'll tell that to you.
Yeah, he also, sent his condolences to the family, which, by and large, is what MPs do. They do sympathize with their constituents when they do have a loss.
Well,
So,
Adrian is from Long
yeah,
Island.
so he's doing his duty as a member of parliament. He hasn't been relieved of those duties as yet. So he's still... Forgive me, eh?
My spiritual advisor.
That was just a joke in
You really
passing.
thought that Adrian, that man disappeared on Saturday.
Yeah.
Adrian Gibson is the MP. Saturday, right? All day Saturday,
Yeah.
all day
Up
Saturday
to now,
night.
up to now.
Sunday morning early, all day Sunday, all day Sunday night.
Producer, that very first photo that shows the very beautiful edges and then that blue, that. Show that for a second. Let me take a look at that. That's rather fascinating. No doubt it is called the Blue Hole. Sandra, we must go to Long Island, me and you. Let's go to Long Island.
I've been to Long Island.
On a fact-finding mission.
I've
Let's
been,
look at
I've
this
been to
Blue
Long
Hole.
Island, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been to Long Island. I've been to Long Island for a number of reasons. One of my recent trip.
Look at that, Sandra.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's why it's called the Blue Hole. Look at that.
Yeah, it is the Blue Hole.
It is blue. Yeah. So that you can go into that and probably go straight back out into the ocean.
Well, I would hope that the authorities will do an autopsy and a toxicology test.
Okay.
Yeah. So
no doubt the report will come back. He drowned, basically.
My spiritual advisor, you are not to draw any conclusion. You're not a scientist.
And I'm not a pathologist.
And you never study science.
Okay.
Okay.
But I can bet you when the report come back, drowning.
Did you hear what I said should happen? Mm-hmm. Listen to what I just said. What did I say should happen?
A toxicology.
And an autopsy.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? Now I want you to stop it. That man is from Long Island. He's aware of the danger. He's aware of the danger. Okay?
I hope you're not suggesting anything else.
I am suggesting that there has to be an autopsy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right? Don't forget now, in the Bahamas, they've not been able to fool me now. Every time that they tell me a citizen has committed suicide, I quietly tell the police, listen, we don't commit suicide.
Let's leave that
I
alone.
want an autopsy.
Let's leave that
And the
alone.
last person
Let's leave that alone,
that the police said committed suicide, one man hanger. But nobody could fool me, because right from here, I was able to look straight through the TV and look into Grand Bahama And when I saw the photograph of that Negro woman, I concluded they don't commit suicide. And by damn, the police has charged a man for murder. All right? So every death that is called suicide in the Bahamas, there are two things we don't do. Okay? The Conky Joes don't commit suicide. And the Negroes don't. Our greatest crime is murder, not suicide, okay? Now, if you find somebody murdered, just grab the nearest set of people and investigate. If it's suicide, you need a autopsy. They can't fool me, okay? Why you think I'm close to the Minister of National Security? Because I'm right there to say to him, Minister, I don't believe that's no suicide. Let's do a coxetology test. Is it? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
A coxetology or toxicology?
Toxicology, eh? What are you talking about?
Anyway,
Yeah.
I thought I'll say that.
But yeah, but
to
in,
you.
2008, we were reminded that one particular family lost their two daughters and their granddaughter in that same day and soul. I think it's around 2008. We had Church of God members, that's Miss Faye Major, her daughter Deidre, and Renee Pinder lost their lives in 2008. And of course, they were the children of the late Bishop Harcourt and Hazel Pinder. Yes, we remember that very clearly indeed. They are old friends, of course, of my deceased father, and members of the Church of God in the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Island. So, yeah, some bad memories for this blue hole in Deans, Long Island. Thank you very much, producer. Back to you, Sandra.
Well, folks, and particularly those people on the island of Grand Bahama, you would recall that yesterday, a Negro man called complaining about the social condition of one of his parents. And I want him to know that there's great announcement coming out of Grand Bahama that the government has now begun to accept applications for home repairs. So I just want to brief members of the public of some good works that the PLP government has been doing, but it appears to me that the PLP does not have a good machinery to spread the gospel of its unique social and economic programs that are being implemented almost on a weekly basis. So let's look at Grand Bahama. And the story is relaunch of small home repair initiative sees contracts signed for 40 homes in Grand Bahama. Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis led the relaunch of the small homes repair initiative over the weekend, signing a contract to repair 40 homes. Repairs in Grand Bahama. I want to express my profound appreciation to the people of Grand Bahama for your patience and steadfastness, the Prime Minister said. We know it has been quite an ordeal. Many of you may have had your homes assessed 2 or 3 times. A press conference was held on Saturday at the office of the Prime Minister to announce the relaunch of repairs to homes that suffered damages during Hurricane Dorian in September of 2019. Mr. Davis highlighted the challenges of governance, noting that many important initiatives often fall through the cracks due to competing priorities like healthcare and education. One of those has been bringing relief to those who require a roof over their heads. He admitted, I have corrected some of those structural deficiencies and decided to lead this relaunch. So it's a very powerful initiative But the Prime Minister has decided that he will lead the relaunch in Grand Bahama. So I can assure you that all of the homes repairs that are taking place in the country, the Prime Minister is leading those initiatives. Okay? I'm in a position to know. Don't mind I'm wearing a red hat. I'm in a position to know all of the good things that the government of the Bahamas is doing for the people there. But there are competing initiatives. And so people has to still make their application. You have to still go to your member of parliament if you think the process is taking long and say, MP, I have already made my application. I've been calling up and down. Nobody's answering me. You're going to have to check things out for me. And that is powerful. Any comments on this wonderful relaunch?
No comments.
When last have you been on a roof and built a roof?
I understand that the urban renewal small home repairs, it's advancing really swiftly. Not only here in New Providence, but you just mentioned
Grand Bahama.
Yeah. You know, so I just hope that it does, do the work that it is intended to do, and assist especially the elderly people who, of course, are pensioners and need assistance with repairing roofs. A lot of roofs, in particular in the Abaco and Grand Bahama area, has not been repaired since Dorian.
Yeah.
Which is this is a crying shame, actually, that these roofs are now just recently now getting attention to be repaired. And then, of course, there are some complaints. I understand there's some complaints coming today about beaches and parks. A lot of contractors are complaining that they haven't been paid by the Beaches and Parks Department over contracts, of course, work that has been done within the last month. I think they're saying that the last time they were paid was probably in June. Wow, this is now August. So that the Bahamas government is was 60 days behind in paying some of these contractors. Anyhow, let's wait and see if Beaches and Parks Authority does release a statement on this, but there's been a few contractors who've been complaining about not being paid for work that they have done July, and of course, since June. They haven't been paid since June, 2 months. All right, Senator, back to you.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Indeed.
Yesterday, I called the line of a former Attorney General and a former Member of Parliament, or was he a former Attorney General? No. He was a former state minister in the office of the Attorney General and the Minister of Immigration. I called Brother Ellsworth Johnson. And as I called Brother Ellsworth Johnson, 2 Negro women sat and they watched me. And they were disappointed that I was unsuccessful in getting Ellsworth Johnson. But greater than how they felt, I felt the worst, because I thought that Ellsworth Johnson would have accepted my call so that I can formally complain to him on behalf of 2 of the women them. And I'd hope that Ellsworth Johnson, being a former Minister of Immigration, would have rose to the occasion to assist these women. I'm going to give Ellsworth Johnson one more chance. This is not a threat. This is not blackmail. But I'm threatening him. Ellsworth Johnson, I'm going to call you if God saves my life and everything is fine tomorrow. I wish to talk to you on an immigration matter. And I expect, Elspeth, that you, who is a part of my people, to take my call. And if you don't, I'm going to be upset. And I'm going to forget that your father was one of my mentors. All right? I have an immigration problem, and I have designated that Elspeth has the love for family and friends. Okay? If you hear from Elspeth Johnson, tell him I'm calling him tomorrow. I need immigration help. Tout le monde haïtien, ça vous tendez, l'aime expliquer. Bon Dieu sovereign, wow. God save the King. God save my friend, Elspeth Johnson. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and he's ready for birthdays. Are you?
Yes, let's do this birthday wishes today. These birthday shout-outs very quickly. We're going to start with Asia and Ethan. We'd like to celebrate a shout out to Asia, who's 10, and Ethan, he's 2. Ingram, it's coming from their parents, and of course their grandparents as well. So happy birthday to Asia and Ethan. Brother Vincent Sweeting, Deacon Vincent Sweeting, a member of the Lord's Church, is celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday to Vince, the talented deacon and song leader. It's coming from his wife, Florinda, his children, of course, the Church of Christ family, and all those who love him dearly. Happy birthday, Vince. May God continue to bless you, and we hope you enjoy your birthday. And Alexandra Lockhart is celebrating her birthday. We want to wish Alexandra Lockhart a very happy birthday. It's coming from her son, JJ, her parents, friends, and special friend AJ. Alexandria, happy birthday. We hope you live to enjoy many more. Then we get a special shout out to Tanaz Forbes. From the proud dad of Tanaz Forbes, we want to help you celebrate. Receiving 9 BJCs with A and 1 with B. Also graduating from T.A. Thompson with the highest GPA on the principals list. She is from Baintown, Bain and Grahamstown. She does all on her own. We just give her support with some classes. So special shout out and congratulations to Naz Forbes. Then of course, happy birthday to Sherman Stewart, coming from all your family members and friends, especially your sister Hyacinth Grant. May you live to enjoy many, many more. Happy birthday to Sherman Stewart. What do you have, Sandra?
Well, my spiritual advisor, I want to join you in wishing every person a happy birthday. And this is powerful. That's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Well, having said that, do you have an ad to pay yet? Or not?
No, not now.
No ad to pay.
We can move on.
At this point.
Yeah.
Very well, my spiritual advisor. Let's look at, I want to return to a controversial issue involving culture. And I was excited when I received a statement, a copy of a statement that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs had released, in which they informed that an eminent group of distinguished people from the Caribbean had arrived in Haiti, and I was excited to hear that the former Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the Right Honorable Perry Gladstone Christie, was not attending that meeting. It's a meeting designed to meet with many of the political factions of Haiti. But Christie, due to the fact that he's just been released from hospital, perhaps is not in a good physical state for the kind of excitement that will be taking place in Haiti. But Mr. Christie is a part of a cultural group in the Bahamas called the Wali Boys. And a controversy has developed in the Wali Boys when in 2019, then Attorney General, Senator the Honorable Carl Bettel issued a statement telling all groups, and companies, and organizations, and church groups, and lodges that they had to comply with a certain provision of the law where they were required to come to the office of the Attorney General and register the group. Those organizations who failed to do so, Carl Bettel, in his capacity as the Attorney General, he struck them off. Well, it is applicable to Junkanoo groups because if you watch Junkanoo, the more established Junkanoo group, they get thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it is the perfect organization for money laundering. It's perfect because there is no accountability, there's no transparency, and the most sophisticated in the Junkanoo groups have failed to comply with the law. Therein lies a problem in the Bali boys. And you have had a situation where that failing to happen, a split developed in the Bali boys, and a group of members complied with the law and registered the Wali boys. They applied to the Registrar General, and that would be Miss Camille Gomez Jones. And she efficiently complied with the law and registered them. But political pressure and social pressure was brought to bear on that wonderful Christian woman. And she has done what no Registrar General has done in my living memory, and I'm 67. She issued an identical name. So, to an attorney by the name of Campbell Clare, isn't that a powerful name? He got 2 titles. Campbell Clare. Anytime you find a Negro Bahamian with 2 titles, watch out. So his Christian name is Campbell, and his surname or title is Clare. Campbell Clare has been successful in getting the Registrar General to do that which no Registrar General should ever do. But he got her to do it. Now she will not amend the evil which she committed. Her arguments to the Junkanoo group has been, she would like to do it, it is alleged, but the Attorney General, that would be Senator the Honorable Leo Ryan Pinder, has forbidden her to do it. I've never seen nothing like this in all my life. How can you be the Registrar General, trained in the art of English law, tradition, and practice, and an Attorney General could tell you not to comply with the law and you don't report him to the Prime Minister? Something is fundamentally wrong with this. And so the Wali boys, they have been complaining to me. And you will recall about 2 weeks ago, I launched an attack, and I attacked Perry Christie as well. And then in Foxhill, at Emancipation celebration, a distinguished Wali boy, he emerged out of that Negro crowd and he confronted me and he said, Monica, Christie is with us. So I wasn't too sure what the heck he was talking about. I said, what you mean? He said, no, Christie's not with Campbell Clare. Christie's with us. Christie is on the side of righteousness. So I was excited that Christie was on the side of righteousness, but the registrar will not comply with the law, and I call on Ryan Pinder as Attorney General to give the Registrar General proper advice. In fact, he should not be giving her any advice. He should say to her, Camille, you're trained in the law. You're the Registrar General. You know it was a mistake. Rescind what you give to Campbell Clare and stick with the first group that you give the name and register Wally boys with. So I have to put up with the complaints of the Wally boys. So finally, after listening to their complaints, I give them the recommendation that I traditionally give everybody. I said to them, you have to picket the Registrar General. Then after you done finish picketing her, you're going to have to march to the office of the Attorney General and picket Senator Leo Ryan Pinder, because what he and her are doing is contrary to established legal principle. And I got the impression they were all shocked. So I said to them, this is what has to happen. And I was stunned that they looked at me in amazement. I said, now I'm old now, and my two legs are challenged. So you're going to have to get me a box cart and push me in the box cart, and I'm willing to lead the march. So I told them I want 30 of the largest Bahamian flag, 100 placards, and every Wally boy must be dressed in Wally boy shirts and so forth. And we will march on Carmel. And I told them we must catch Carmel on her way to work. And when we see Carmel, let's run behind Carmel and let's hope Carmel run down Bay Street. And we run behind her and boo her and tell Carmel she got to fix it. Now the choice is theirs. Ryan Pinder must solve this problem. This is no way to treat the Wally boys. The Attorney General should not get into this cultural dispute because Ryan Pinder cannot beat goatskin drum. Ryan Pinder can't shake cowbell. Ryan Pinder can't blow a bugle. And I know that Ryan Pinder cannot knock the conch style. He ain't no dancer. And he should leave the cultural explosion to the Negro people. Isn't that powerful? So the choice is theirs. Okay? My spiritual advisor, you want to comment on the culture?
No.
You just like Ryan Pinder. You can't dance.
I get it.
You can't shake cowbell. You can't shake goat skin. And so forth.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I've actually done a shaking of any cowbell. Much less enjoy the cultural beat. Mind you, when Jungle beat, you hear it on radio, or if you do experience it live on Bay Street, naturally you can move to it.
Really?
Yeah, well,
you really?
Yeah, Negroes just got this natural thing in them. They got this natural instinct thing in them to dance. Yeah,
I've never seen
you. Don't have to teach a Negro how to dance.
Do you know how to honga yaya?
And that is it, Sandra. In our blood, over the years, through the African heritage, through the beating of goatskin drums and so on and so forth, we've inherited a rhythm in our soul that gives us the ability to either sing or to dance.
Wow.
You notice that, right?
I do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't enjoyed John Canoe for a long while. Maybe this year, hopefully, if God spares my life, I may decide to go out. See, the thing what I don't like about the John Canoe is the way the young ladies, do all that gyrating. And
what do you mean by gyrating?
That's
Come, my spiritual
shaking of their bodies.
It's a simple rhythm. Man take one and satisfy, woman take two.
Some of that
Man
dancing,
take one and satisfy.
some of that dancing is almost close to lewd, twerking, ungodly.
Your heart
dance.
is not pure.
It isn't. You still right there with my heart ain't pure.
Your heart is not pure.
You watch those John Canoe parades and see how some of those young women
My spiritual
carry
advisor.
on. That's
To the pure.
Yeah.
If your heart is pure.
Sandra, there's some unholy dancing, okay?
I've never seen anything
I know, you wouldn't see it.
unholy.
Yeah, you wouldn't see
To
it.
the pure, all things are pure. Right?
The way those women move from side to side
My spiritual advisor.
and do all that
knowing
twerking
not,
and
knowing not that their bodies at the
It's
temple
ungodly,
of
Sandra.
the Lord.
It's ungodly.
Oh, stop it.
It's ungodly.
Let these people
But
dance.
I like the culture. you
Let them
know.
dance.
Anyway.
Well, the choice is Camille Gomez Jones. She better correct it. Other than that, she may see the Valley Boys rush like she's never seen them rush before. Okay? So I want it to be corrected because I shouldn't have to be dealing with cultural dispute. Okay? This is a cultural dispute, and cultural dispute could lead to insurrection. I don't want to bring up something that happened in 1974 when the late Edmund Moxey led hundreds of citizens to Bay Street to protest against what he alleged Pinling had done as it relates to culture. All right? We've always had a cultural revolution. And 50 years later, it looks like the Valley Boys is going to once again put their feet on that rocky Burma road. And it shouldn't happen because all Camille has to do is to follow the law and to reject what Attorney Campbell Clare has misled her into doing. And this is powerful. My work will never be done among the Negro people. So this is powerful. Well, let's go back to Haiti because I love what is happening in Haiti. The fact that these Caribbean people, English-speaking Negroes, can you imagine that among the representatives in Haiti is Jamaica? So when I raised the question in the newsroom, I said, listen, do you really think Jamaica should be a part of the delegation to Haiti? Would you think the Negroes tell me, say, oh, the Jamaicans speak patois? And for a second, they had me confused. I didn't know Jamaica had two languages. I didn't know Jamaica could speak Creole Haïtien. Ma basement, tout le monde haïtien pour rele moi jodi a pour dire est-ce que ou connaît Jamaica yo parle Creole Haïtien parce que mi pas connaît ça. Ma pas connaît ça. I don't know that. And if any Haitian knows of Creole being spoken in Jamaica, rele moi, call me. And call me Konya now. Because I don't know that. Okay? I don't know that. I can understand Christy going because Christy was very close to the president of Haiti, and the president of Haiti used to spend some time, not a long time, at Mr. Christie's house. Do you have the picture of Mr. Christie, Mrs. Christie, and Matiles? If you find it, let's put it up so that the Haitian people will know that Christie is a part of the Milat. And so this is powerful. So, couldn't we have representative from Guadeloupe? Could we not have had some representative from St. Lucia? Could we not have more representative from the Caribbean that speak Creole? Huh? What we got these Yankee in Haiti when they're not for my people? They're not for my people. What they doing? Could we not find French-speaking Caribbean island nation? Huh? Map Conto, Bondye, Kite, Christy, na Bahamas. I'm so happy God leave Christy in the Bahamas. Yeah. Anyway, one day we will be free. One day Haiti will be free. If not, in this lifetime, perhaps in the new Jerusalem. So I thought I would say that to you as I attempt not to freak out today. But my spiritual advisor, he supports what is taking place in
What? Support what?
in Haiti.
Well, it sounds like they're trying to bring some stability and peace to that.
How do you bring how they can bring
torn
peace
country.
and stability
Well,
to Haiti when France ripped us off?
Senator, we
And the United States never told the French to return
we understand the
the
old
taxation.
Scar. We understand the wounds.
Huh?
Yeah, we understand.
In
the
Haiti, we have not, unlike you Negroes
But,
in the Bahamas,
you know, it's
you
time to
got
move on from
reparation.
that, you know.
No.
It's time
no,
to
no,
move
no,
on, you know,
The
'cause
Bahamas
other than
got
that, you want progress.
reparation. The British give you all reparation.
What, Crown Land?
But the French didn't give us reparation in Haiti. See, we, the Haitian people, we are entitled to reparation. Here in the Bahamas, the British gave you all reparation. But we continue to pay taxes to France for our emancipation. Tout le monde haïtien connaît. France créé esclave. Esclave yo pour tout le monde yo. And m'a demandé réparation pour ça. Bahamas, Anglais give them all the crown land. We ain't got no crown land in Haiti. Yeah.
Yeah, but they own all the land in Haiti.
That is not true.
Outright.
That is not true.
What you mean that's not true?
That is not true.
They own it all.
No.
It's their land.
No. It's not.
They won it.
No.
They fought for it.
No.
They beat the
The
French
British,
for it.
the French
They beat
taxes.
the French. Yeah, that's right. They're paying for it.
My spiritual
It's
advisor,
going to be theirs.
I want you
in
to
the
stop
end.
it, you know.
It's going to be theirs.
I want you to stop it before
So who
we
the land belong
take
to?
you to the mountains
Yeah, I
of
figured that,
Haiti.
yeah.
To I wonder, are you a Haitian? Are you Haitian?
God bless you. Yes, I am Asian descent. And I'm telling you now, Tucson, a desolate, take part of you. Take part of you. And listen, stay liberating the people, man. Stay there, the voice for the voiceless.
I thank you for your kind flattery.
No, it ain't flattery. It's the truth. Most of all, stay be it the Most High orator or oracle. Listen, everyone who stands for righteousness know what you're saying.
I thank you.
God
This
bless
is
you.
Freedom Mass. Bunde Benu. God bless you. Bunde Benu. Merci, monsieur. Bunde Benu. Bunde Benu Haiti. God bless Haiti. God save the king. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Let there be justice. No peace, no justice. No justice, no peace. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. I think we're going to do our final ad for today. Bradley?
The Work Center, located Rosetta Street across the road from Rose Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back to school, Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. So come on down and let the friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school. The Work Center. Everybody needs money. Always, so why not send money internationally and locally through Western Union with the MoneyMax app? Download the MoneyMax app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax, live your max life.
This is powerful. Well, I'll go straight to my spiritual advisor, even though I'm celebrating the United States election, presidential election, and we here in the Bahamas, we represent the MAGA Bahamas branch. Our international leader is Donald Trump. And this is an election that you have to watch because Brother Donald Trump teaches us that the government of the United States of America, notwithstanding everything they say about democracy, they stole the election from him. It's not me. And I'm only going by what Donald Trump had to say. I found him to be credible. I found him to be honorable. And most of all, I find him to be a wonderful white American citizen. And so we continue to support him. And I call on the Negro people, far and close, that we must continue to pray for Donald Trump because world peace depends on his leadership and making America great again depend on Donald Trump. So I'm not going to take any chances. I'm not experimenting. And so we cannot experiment. We must go with Trump and we must not half step. We must go all the way with Donald Trump. And if it is God's will, our beloved brother shall be elected and the Congress of the United States of America shall make history as the current Vice President, Mrs. Kamala Harris, will preside over the Congress to certify all of the college votes that will declare that Donald John Trump has been elected in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. God save the United States of America. God save our incoming world leader, President Donald John Trump. It's powerful. Behold my spiritual advisor.
You also open the lines. The numbers to call is 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. But before we open the lines, can you just briefly give us a small history of exactly what is Foxhill Day? The numbers are 323-7775, 698-0775, and 698-0776. Why are we celebrating Foxhill Day?
Well, there is a legend. There is mythology. There is history which teaches that on the date of emancipation, Foxhill was far to the eastern part of the island. There was no radio. There was no telephone. The people of Foxhill didn't have any cell phone.
Communications.
You couldn't WhatsApp them. And the goatskin drum, they wasn't beating them hard enough for them to get
hear
the message.
So this message was heard on another part of the island then?
Well, those of us who live in the central part. And so it took a while
For them to get the message.
before they were told
The day is free.
that day is free. And then, of course, that called for a lot of explanation, okay? And so, you really shouldn't put this question to me because you're going to
Why?
cause me to upset some
See,
people.
but Sandra, we just want, just for history purposes, I mean, we just need
but
to
for
know.
history purposes, I would have
Why
to...
Fox Hill?
Well, Fox Hill, was a very large plantation.
Plantation.
A lot of people live in that area.
Okay.
And if you look at Fox Hill geographically, it almost like it is like a family island. That's what I like about Fox Hill.
yeah,
You get in
that's-
Fox Hill, and you could believe that you are in one of the family islands.
Rightfully
all right?
so, yes.
I only have one problem with Fox Hill. The young people are too modern. If only they could return to the level of primitiveness.
Yeah. We have any calls, producer?
Yeah. So
All
that is in effect
Let's
the
take this
reason.
call.
Are you going to Fox Hill?
Let's think about going down there to get some conking grits. How's
Wow.
that sound? Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Good evening, Mr. Manco.
Sir.
Mr. Rule,
Yes, sir. How are you?
and to your producer.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Manco, after doing my research,
Yes.
I found out that one of the world's deepest blue hole water
Yes.
is located in Central Andros National Park.
Wow, that's powerful.
And you could let your spiritual advisor look it up if you don't
Okay.
believe me.
All right, I will.
I believe you. The tongue of the ocean is in Andros, off Andros, so I believe you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I wanted to comment on something else.
Go ahead, my brother.
I find it interesting that you always wanted to know what's going on in the Adrian Gibson case.
Yes.
But on the other hand, you show less interest to know what's going on in the Cornish case. And from the lady made the complaint
Yes.
to the police
Yes.
that she was raped by North Aberco MP,
Yes.
or she alleged that she was raped.
Yes.
I find it strange
Yes.
or unusual
Yes.
that the police did not bring in the MP for questioning like they do to others.
That is not true.
They did bring him in.
That is not true. Hold on a
Let me
second.
finish.
No. I can't allow you to spread misinformation. Not only was he brought in, we broke it. We broke the news that he was being taken in and he has a date for his trial. His date has not come about yet. Go ahead.
The MP did not, the MP hesitated to bring in his, to bring in his, to the police.
The MP, hold a second.
Hold on. Let me explain this right.
Okay.
The police did not bring in the MP for questioning.
He went in.
like they do to others.
He volunteered.
No.
He went in.
There are
Hold on.
Oh, no. We have to correct you.
Hold on.
There
Now I
are.
can correct you.
Go ahead, correct me.
In fact, the MP had to turn himself into police along with his lawyer only after the outcry from the public. Is that right?
We'll have to check the record.
No. Let me explain to you. Every politician and every outstanding citizen
Yes.
whom the police know will not run, they have
Right.
always been invited to come into the station. We want to see you.
Right.
Please come in. There's no
Right.
need to put a parliamentary secretary in handcuff. There is a
Right.
presumption that he will show up, and he left the capital, flew into Grand Bahama, and while he was doing that, I announced it right here before the other two Negro newspaper broke it the following day.
But he did not tying himself, but he tying himself in with his lawyer.
Right.
Well, there's nothing wrong with
Only-
going. There's nothing wrong with going with a lawyer.
Now listen to this point. He tying himself in with his lawyer only after the outcry from the public.
No. This had nothing to do with the outcry
He
of
did
the
not
public. Nothing to do with the public. Understand that
Mr.
was a very.
Manco.
Hold on a second. This is a very technical matter. This involves a common law relationship,
Yes.
and an expert in common law relationship, teaches that there are two women that no man could rape, and that is his wife and his sweetheart. And I'm prepared to defend that not only at the Supreme Court level, at the Court of Appeal, and at the Privy Council in London. God save the King.
But would you agree that he tying himself in with his lawyer?
Yes,
That is the report.
that has always happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ordinary young
But
man
only
in this.
after the public make noise. he
No,
came in with his lawyer.
no. The F&M was wrong to interfere with the case.
The F&M don't have nothing with him turning in.
Where
with his
was
lawyer.
you when the woman branch of the F&M held a press conference and I rebuked them as an F&M? I told them, we as F&Ms should stay out of it.
Right. But he tying himself in with his lawyer.
Yes!
Yeah, but what's your point, though? Where you
Check
going
the
with
record.
this?
He tying himself in with his lawyer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
You don't remember the late Bradley Roberts?
Yes, sir.
When his sweetheart accused him, he did the same thing. If your sweetheart accuses you of raping them, if your wife accuses you of raping her, if any female accuses you of raping them, it is not improper not to go to police with an attorney.
But
After
Mr.
all,
Manco,
yeah,
if a lady accuse you for raping her, what would the police do?
the police would know immediately that is not true, because looking at me, they could see that I lack the capacity
to hold
to hold her
down.
down.
Okay, if the police, if a lady accuse me for raping her,
Okay.
what would the police do?
I don't know who you are.
Go ahead with your point, though, caller. What's your
hold on.
point?
But normally the police will pick you up for questioning
Yes, that all depends on the circumstances.
because of his status.
It all depends on the circumstances.
Rape is rape, like the Prime
No.
You gotta prove it, though.
It depends on who's making the
Well, you prove it when
allegation.
the case come up.
No.
But normally they will pull you in and question you.
It depends on the circumstances. If my sweetheart, I don't have one, my wife is watching me, honey, you know I don't have any sweetheart. If she accuses me, certainly the Commissioner of Police better be careful, because I'm prepared to sue him, the Attorney General,
Caller, we gotta
and the
go.
Minister of National
Caller, we
Security.
gotta go. Call us tomorrow. We gotta go, caller. Let's take some more calls. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Yes, good day to you, Mr. Manka and Mr. Rose.
Yes.
How y'all doing? Man?
Yes. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Man, I just had to call in because sound like that fella reading from a paper.
Yeah.
He's an
He's
FM.
asking questions what already been dealt with, and he's asking them from something somebody probably give him to read.
Yeah, because I don't understand what his point was, to be honest.
Because it seems like he didn't have a point. I mean, I listen to you all every day. I enjoy your show. But,
Thank you.
I just had to call him because it sounds like this person have something to do with whoever give it to him to read from a paper.
Yeah.
And that don't make no sense. But I enjoy y'all, man. Y'all continue to do what y'all doing. Man.
Yeah, thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, and the point is that the case did start initially, remember? And
Yes,
then
sir.
the jury was discharged because the foreman was Pentard's cousin. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And he mentioned that. And
He mentioned it.
and as an F&M, I hate that.
Because he's sticking to the whatever they give him to read, he is sticking with
Yeah,
that.
obviously-
If you
obviously
listen
had-
carefully,
Yeah, he had an
that's what
agenda.
he's doing.
We had corners, you know. Our party, we were able to infiltrate the jury, And we made sure that we put our member of parliament cousin on the jury.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's a fact.
yes, sir.
And that is why it
No, don't
is
say
dangerous.
that. Don't say that.
Don't say what?
Don't
say what?
We don't know if that's what
The
happened.
court dismiss it.
Yes, we understand
All
that.
right then.
Now, what that person should have done was just, but see, I don't know. That was a very technical issue.
There's nothing
Because I'm
technical
wondering-
about that.
I'm wondering if that was really.
If my party,
Don't say that though.
my
That your
spiritual
party
advisor,
infiltrated
don't
the case.
stop me. You're not an F&M.
Yeah, what I'm saying, son, you can't do that because that may not have
My
been the case.
spiritual advisor,
This person
I'm
may have been
giving you the
chosen,
case.
and it just
I'm
happened.
giving you the case.
This person just happened to be.
I've given you the case. I've given you the case. All right?
That was not intentional.
You don't know what it was.
You don't know either.
I do. Why you think the
Now you see
magistrate?
what you're doing?
Why you think the judge
Now you
got?
see what you're doing?
Why you think the judge got rid of her?
So you think now you're incriminating people?
I'm not incriminating
You say it
anybody.
was intentional. You think it was.
Why did the judge get rid of her?
I don't know.
Well, then listen to me.
To be honest with you, because
Listen to me
I'm
then.
wondering if that really would disqualify the person from the case.
What is
But
your
the case have to be dealt with some way or the other.
Yeah.
It will be
you see what I'm
dealt
saying?
with, but the first mistake was when the F&M attempt to politicize it. Recognizing that it was a serving member of parliament and a state minister in the PLP government, the F&M should have kept quiet. So they hid behind the woman them. So the women then made a political statement, jeopardizing the impartiality of a juror. The only set of people that could give him justice is if the court summons PLPs to sit on the bench.
So that means the whole case have to start over.
Not only is it starting over, the judge should ask who orders PLP.
No, I don't know if that.
And just hear me out, and then you could.
That don't
you could
make no
I
sense.
know it don't make sense. You have never been on trial in the Supreme Court.
doesn't make no sense.
You have never been on trial. Ask Janet Boswick. Janet Boswick, Albert Sternquist. They sat down and assisted Mrs. Jeannie Thompson and her uncle, Sir Kendall Isaac, in selecting a jury that was not PLPs.
So
For
what-
me!
But watch
Hold on a second. For me! Don't talk no nonsense, man. I was trying to hide that. That same Mrs. Janet Boswick. Why you think I
Boy,
never
this
survived?
is crazy. This is crazy.
Huh?
Whether your PLP F&M determines whether you're going to serve on a jury on
Because
on
the
this
case
particular
can be
case?
political.
And
If,
another thing I want to raise,
Yeah, anyhow, go ahead,
concerning,
Carter.
the gentleman who went missing, who they saying is a female and a male. What's going on with that case?
Taylor Casey, we found his cell phone. The CIA can't crack it. The FBI can't.
They could.
Stop saying that.
It's an Apple phone.
Stop
They
implicating-
just go to the manufacturer and they'll deal with
Stop
it.
that.
But Mr. Bunker, they just find the guy in
The Blue Hole.
where's that?
And
In
they
Long Island.
yeah.
Yes?
Out of the Blue Hole.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't think they could have used the same type of drone to look for this person inside the water?
They did.
They did.
They
The
did.
difference is Casey is hiding from them.
And I believe that.
Well, that's another case.
Yeah.
All right?
That could be
Something else going on.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, caller.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Yeah. So that means now on this jury that only PLPs would sit on that jury.
Bradley, if your case
That's
is
what you're saying?
listen to me.
This
Listen to me.
case is not a
Listen to me for a second.
It's not a political
In
case.
1985,
This is a criminal case.
in
sir.
1985, Burton Hall, who became the Chief Justice, was the Solicitor General who conducted a prosecution against me and Philip Miller. Every white person he challenged. I want you to hear me. And I asked Kendall Isaac, I said, why is he challenging all these Conky Joe people? He said, don't worry about it, we can talk about it. But there was one Conky Joe that he couldn't challenge because he had all his challenge. And guess why? The Conky Joes were more political and no Conky Joe was going to convict me. You heard me? Every Conky Joe. And the final Conky Joe that survived is a dowel. I'll show you his picture tomorrow. But the court was full of Conky Joe.
This is crazy.
You call it crazy. If a case is political.
This is crazy.
If a case is political.
Can you get justice in this country?
Yes, you can. If a case is political.
Wow.
And the FNM says that the member of parliament should be prosecuted for raping his girlfriend, you would be an idiot if you see FNM sitting on the drawer and you don't challenge them.
God.
Right? Right?
323-7775.
So the best thing for Cornish is that his juror should be PLPs. And I believe PLPs listening to the evidence can make a decision. You stay there with your Negro self. I could produce the evidence. Janet Bostwick is living.
This is deep.
And listen to what I said.
Yeah, this is deep.
Janet Bostwick and Sir Orville Turnquest sat behind Kendall Isaac and his niece, Janie Thompson, on the 15, 16, and 17 of April 1985. And when they was finished, the jury on 3 counts said I was innocent unanimously. And Philip Miller on 2 counts, the jury said he was innocent. And the Conky Joe man. Anyway.
What kind of country this is we live in?
What you mean? It was political.
6980775, 6980776. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Go ahead, call.
Sir.
Brother Roy,
Yes, sir.
sit down, take your time, and listen to Mr. Manco. You can learn something. Let him talk. Now, I can sit back and let that man talk.
I don't agree with
But
him.
learn, listen.
That's
you
all
don't
right.
agree.
I don't agree with him, so I don't know what you're
I
running on
agree.
with.
You don't agree
Listen,
with
I don't
but
know
listen
what
to
you're
him.
running on with, but I don't agree with him. That has nothing to do with what you're dealing with. Now, if
No,
you have something else to say, because I don't know, we can hang up on you. You have something else to say?
Anytime
You have
a
something
man
else to say?
all those names,
Do you have something else to say, sir? You have something else to say? Next call, please. I am sorry. I don't normally behave this way, but no, I can't take that. Yeah. 32377. I'm sorry. Forgive me, people. You all know that's not me. But I don't understand what his point was. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 and 698. I apologize. I humbly apologize. Caller, I apologize to you. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
All right. Mr. Marga,
Sir.
you all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just calling to say, I appreciate y'all, doing a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I do agree with the last caller. I feel sometimes as though you kind of both stop each other from talking, and I want to hear both points, but you kind of got to let each other talk to get your point across.
I agree with you.
Okay.
That's all I had to say.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're very fair. We appreciate your comment. Thank you so much. 323-7775. That is interesting.
Listen.
That this upcoming case that all of the jurors should be PLPs.
Yes. I'm 67, and I'm very familiar with the system.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Mr. Manco,
Sir,
let me ask you another question.
go ahead, comrade.
Why did the Commissioner of Police give DPP the wrong information
With reference
to
what?
consider the complaint of rape and abuse
With reference to what?
when it should have been rape and death threat?
I really don't know what you're saying.
What you mean you don't know that simple?
Listen to me. You have information that I'm not aware of. I'll look into your allegation. The Commissioner of Police would not deliberately give misinformation to the Director of Public Prosecution. So if you are correct, then obviously it was a mistake. But I don't want to reveal to you that I'm in a strategic position to know some things. Take it from me, everything
Things that are
was
called
done
quickly?
properly.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You have 30 seconds. Go ahead.
You mean me?
Yeah, you got 30 seconds. Go ahead quickly.
Okay. Hi. This is my first time calling in to
Yes,
Freedom
ma'am.
March.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to just say that Rodney Monker gives a lot of important information. And I think that maybe sometimes they need to allow him to go ahead and explain himself because there's history being imparted.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
We appreciate that. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your...
Thank you, too.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye-bye.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the United States of America. God save President Donald Trump. Let there be democracy in the United States. God save the King, King Charles III, and the entire royal family. God save the King, everybody. If it is God's will, tomorrow we shall return.